from other teams. And as a new guy myself, I'm just trying to work as hard as I can every single day and help this team get better. We're right there, right in the cusp of doing something special. And obviously Torts has high expectations of each and every one of us, and myself included. So just trying to push myself every day and be as good of a teammate as possible and then help this team get better.
And I don't know if you saw any references to Max Domi, number 2 center, but do you just sort of grin at that, smirk at that, get angry at it? How do you respond?
You know what? It doesn't matter where you're playing. It doesn't matter what position, what role you're in. You're expected to be a pro and show up every day. And like I said earlier, just work as hard as you can and get better every single day. I know it's a cliche answer and it's probably not what you want to hear, but that's the honest truth, man. That's what it's all about. Just get better every day. I love the game of hockey, and I want to win just as bad as anyone. And feel very fortunate to be a part of a team that's right there. So we got our work cut out for us, that's for sure. And today was a good step in the right direction, and get ready to go for tomorrow now.
Thanks.
Next, we'll go to Clay Hall. Go ahead, Clay.
Hey, Max. Clay Hall, ABC 6. Do you think you will be on a line with Cam? Because he said yesterday, I think the quote was, "I know Max is going to be looking at me all the time." He was very fired up about the chance to be paired with you. Is that your feeling, or no clue about that right now?
Yeah, it doesn't matter who you play with, and as a new guy coming to this team, there's so much depth here, and everyone here can put the puck in the back of the net. Every single guy here is held accountable for working hard and being responsible out there. And you know what? You got guys that can score, guys that can dish it, and as a guy that obviously I like to pass the puck, I'm responsible to shoot it too. So that being said, when you're out there with a guy like Fliggy, Cam today, those guys have been in the league for a long time. They know how to score. My job is to create scoring chances for them, and if that's not there, then create one for myself too. So I feel very lucky to be, paired with those two guys. Cam's an unbelievable hockey player. He's very consistent, putting the puck in the back of the net, and he works so hard, and he's a great teammate. Nick, I've got to know pretty quickly here. He's an unbelievable captain, and I've learned a lot from him already. And he really drives the bus here, and a very well-respected guy, not only in his locker room but in the whole league. So I feel very lucky to learn from a guy like that every day and then play between those two. It'll be a fun start. And like I said, it doesn't matter who you're playing with. You got to go out and do the job.
Next, we'll go to Dave Maetzold. Go ahead, Metzy.
Hey, Max. Good to see you. First day of training camp sometimes can be a day of adjustment, but because you guys have had so many sessions together, how much did that help you feel more comfortable today right from the jump with everybody gathered together for the first time really officially?
Yeah, you know what, Bowler, Shazi, and Lars have done a great job at getting us ready to go. I think it speaks volumes of the group and the character that we have for the amount of guys that showed up and put in the work before camp even started. I think we all realize what's at stake here. It's a shortened season. We got to be ready to go, come out of the gates flying, and that just shows a commitment within our locker room. So we had basically full practices prior to this, and Torts, obviously, when he runs a skate, it's a little bit different, but more or less, it's been a very good high tempo skates leading up to this, get us all ready to go. And today, day one of camp is always it's a fun day. You get the competitive juices flowing, the anxiety, the stress, and that's all part of it. That's what makes it so fun. And I'm going on my 6th year now, and it's still the same thing. It makes it so much fun to come to camp and get back into the grind of things and work on it. So it's gonna turn over pretty quick here. Put in a good work day today. I'm not sure what we have in store for tomorrow, but we'll be ready to go, recover tonight, and before you know, we'll be getting ready for the puck drop of game 1. So we're looking forward to it, that's for sure.
Next, we'll go to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Hedge.
Hey, Max. This is a team that the last couple of years has kind of had some struggles on the power play. I know that you are a guy that can play in the power play. How much have you had a chance to kind of dig in with the coaching staff a little bit, if at all, about how things are set up here and maybe the role that they would like you to play in that unit potentially?
Yeah, we'll see. Obviously, we're still early on in the stages here, but I've had some conversations with the coaching staff and worked on getting some reps in practice. It just takes some time to get used to it, get some roots down, some patterning and all that stuff. But this team, obviously, it's no secret. We got some weapons up top, and whether it's Z or Jonesy, you even see a guy like Delzato up there. All those guys can move the puck. They can snap the puck, and you get into their hands and you snap it around a little bit, and then all of a sudden seams are going to open up. And just understanding when the right time to hit that seam or to pull the trigger is the biggest thing. So definitely want to be a power play that zips it around, but also a power play that's, got a shot threat in all 5 areas of the ice realistically. So no doubt in my mind we'll get that thing going, and that's going to be a big part of our success this year.
Next, we'll go to Jeff Svoboda. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Max, good to see you. You've said a couple times in your comments so far that this team is right there as far as contending for that big prize. As you come here over the last couple of weeks and even today, and what do you see that makes you say that and believe that, as you've kind of evaluated what you see here?
It's just my 3rd team. I've been very lucky to play on some great teams in terms of the leadership group and how guys are interacting and stuff. But I've never been a part of a locker room like this. I know it's still early, but you see how well guys are gelling, and a very honest group. Everyone gets along. Everyone pushes each other, holds each other accountable. And you hear about that stuff, but it's one thing to hear it, and it's another thing to see it and live it. And I know I'm still kind of early on in my days here, but it's truly special what they've developed here. And hats off to the leadership group and the core group of guys that have been here for so long. They've done a great job at growing this franchise into what it is. Obviously management and coaching staff is part of that too, but the main guys are the guys in that locker room, and you look around and you see what they've done, and it's pretty special. So as a guy that's just coming in, I just want to help them out and help this team win. That's what it's all about. We want to win, and we can win, and we're going to do everything we can.
Next, we'll go to Craig Merz. Go ahead, Mersey.
Hey, Max, just building off that last question by Jeff, the veteran players here talk about the Blue Jackets way. What have you learned about the culture and the way they operate here in Columbus so far?
Yeah, it's a whole team, right? We have skill. We have guys that can score. We got some of the best defensemen in the league. We got 2 unbelievable goaltenders, great depth. And we got a hell of a team. It's as simple as that. And who cares what everyone else says or thinks? We know what we're capable of, and like I said earlier, we just got to go out there and push each other and get better every day. Worry about what we can do as a team, and that's how you work. That's how you do it, right? You look at teams like that. We're not concerned about other teams or what they're doing or what to expect. We know that if we come out and we bring our A game, we can beat anyone. So we're gonna live our kind of carry ourselves like that, and I'm looking forward to it. That's for sure.
Okay, next we'll go to Aaron Portzline. Go ahead, Porty.
Hey, Max, when you saw how they put this whole thing together, 56 games, you're playing only within the division. There's a Canadian division. Were you relieved or disappointed that you're not going to Montreal or Montreal's not coming here this year? How did that land with you?
Man, I'm a Columbus Blue Jacket now. I could care less about anything else. I'm just focused on getting ready to go here, and it was a great day 1. Day 2 is going to be even better. So I'm really eager to get this puck going and get it dropped on the 14th there. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a hell of a year, and I'm looking forward to it.
Thanks.
Next we'll go to Brian Hedger. Go ahead, Hedge.
Yeah, Max, I was just wondering, this was a weird off season just because of COVID and everything else, and guys had to take maybe deals that were short term and that kind of thing. So when you saw that, Del Zotto, who you mentioned earlier, was able to come here, you guys were able to get him in here on a professional tryout offer, see what he's about. How exciting was that to kind of see a player like that maybe come in to help the depth here?
Yeah, it's great. Like I talked about, we have such great defensemen. I've never mentioned it, but I think I was asked earlier on when I got traded here, like who the hardest guy to play against was, and I think I said everyone on the team. Was just true. But the number 1 guy is savvy for sure. Being able to play on a team with Savard back there is something I'm really looking forward to, and he doesn't get nearly enough credit for how hard he is to play against, whether it's blocking shots, being strong down low, but he can also make a play. So he doesn't get nearly enough credit, and I'm really excited to play with him. But then you talk about guys like Deli. He's been around for so long and played in some great teams, played many different roles, but he has that offensive. Gene, obviously, he can make plays, make that first pass on the power play. He looks great. And then obviously Z and Jonesy are unbelievable too. And then you look at even a guy like Gavi. I played against him at the World Juniors, and he's not easy or fun to play against at all either. So, and then Peaker back there, it's, the depth on our back end is truly unbelievable. And like you said, to get a guy like Del Zotto to add to that is really exciting. It's as a forward and as a centerman in particular, knowing those guys are back there to give you the puck and give you that breakout pass or that second, line of defense, so to speak. Obviously, it's very reassuring, and they can put it on your tape. So then you got to do your thing and do your work and make plays. So really looking forward to that. That's for sure.
A couple more from Max. Let's go back to Dave Maetzold.
Nope, forgot to put my head down. My apologies.
All right, and we'll go to Jeff Svoboda for the last one. Go ahead, Jeff.
All right, Max. When we talked in October, you mentioned just kind of you spent some time in Columbus previously, so you were excited to get to the city. I know during a pandemic, maybe not as easy to explore as usual, but have you got a chance to at least get a feel for the city yet and your experiences here so far?
Been pretty low key. Obviously, it's tough with COVID, and anytime you really walk out the door, I guess there's that risk. But you kind of owe it to your teammates and the organization to be as safe as possible and conduct yourself that way. So, I mean, there's a lot at stake here. So, just kind of going back and forth between home and the rink, ordering a lot of food in. But I've driven around a little bit, and you know what? The people that I've met in this city, every single person is unbelievable, from top to bottom. It's awesome, and it feels like home already, and I'm really enjoying it so far.
Thanks, Max.
All right, guys, thank you. Look forward to meeting you guys hopefully soon in person. Take care.